She was a comedian, if you don't know. Was she a failed one? We'll find out.
You know your close friends when, and also fair.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Chris, and for today's video, I'm going to do a makeup on my friend Erin.
Hi!
And she also has a YouTube channel, so this will be my first collaboration. I will link her video and her channel down below. And basically, how would you describe yourself in terms of your makeup abilities or your aesthetic?
Scared 11-year-old. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm very excited, but I'm completely like a newbie. Occasionally I put like some eyeliner on and some lipstick, but it's mostly like, am I pretty now? Like I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not a makeup artist, but I love doing makeup on my friends and family, so we're gonna give it a shot. We were out literally almost all day picking out items. Also, FYI, we're gonna be drinking. We're more than 21 in the US, in Canada 18. So please, if you have kids around or you're not the age of drinking age, please click out, watch my other videos. It's just we wanted to make it fun, and it's late night and we need to relax. So we'll see you on the next clip when we start doing our makeup. Cheers!
Cheers! If you're 19 or 21.
Yes. Hey guys, let's get started. Okay, we're gonna do a primer. Oh no, we said we didn't gonna do a primer. Oh, by the way, I asked Erin, like, what kind of skin do you have? And she has a lot of redness and dry skin. So we made sure that we prepped her skin to ensure that the application of the makeup will be optimal.
Yes, by the way, something I have never done properly. I am 37 years old. I mean,
but you start.
It's fine, I'm 37.
It's okay. You start somewhere and that's all good. So I decided that I personally like to layer my foundation. So what I'm gonna do, just to help correct the redness, I didn't get any, actually no, I did. I'm gonna give my friend, because I don't really use this primer, but I think it'll be perfect for her, this Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It has hyaluronic acid, which is amazing to keep moisture and extract moisture. And I'll give it to you so you can put it on. Oh no, maybe I should. Oh no, you do it. Okay. Okay, just all over your face. Okay. Should I give you a mirror?
On my face.
I think you know your face.
I mean, that's debatable, but let's give it a try.
And your neck too.
Yeah, and my neck too. And my neck too.
There you go.
Yeah, and also
your nose.
And my nose.
Yeah. There you go. And this will make sure that her face stays nice and plump.
There we go. Plump face.
So now the next step, while we're letting that sink in, we're gonna use this Physicians Formula CC cream. And its claims are it's gonna color correct, and that's what we want. So, and I also got her this nice, the Real Techniques. And also, I just wanna showcase you that we got everything except for this one because I already bought it, but everything is drugstore. You can feel good, amazing, with just drugstore products. They have amazing products now, and you don't need to buy it all at once. You can start little by little. And we have this Rexall. They have their own brand of brushes, and we're gonna try it out. I thought it was Real Techniques, guys, but it's not. But that's all good. We're gonna try it. So how do you feel so far, Erin?
I feel great. Also, those brushes are really pretty.
You don't mind?
Yeah, Rexall, but looks like Sexall. That was not a great joke.
Let's put it all over.
Rexall, if you're listening, I am available to do ads. Rex does rhyme with sex, just saying.
So,
also flex.
Make sure. She was a comedian, if you don't know. Was she a failed one? We'll find out.
You know you're close friends when, and also fair. Fair.
And make sure, guys, always don't forget your ears, because you don't. Can you face me if you don't mind? You don't want a demarcation. And this, when I read the label for this CC cream, it says that it has SPF, so that's always good. But guys, never rely on just the SPF, because you want to make sure you really add more sunscreen.
This feels so nice.
I know, right? So what I like to do is I like to use the brush just to let it sink into the skin, and then I like to use the sponge to have that airbrush kind of effect, so it's not cakey, because you want that. Oh my gosh, it already like helped with the redness.
Yay. I'm very, very self-conscious about how red my skin gets, so this is extra exciting.
I bet you if you just start putting more sunscreen every 2 hours and you're diligent, that's gonna help out a lot.
Yeah, true enough. I will admit, viewers, that I am very smugly proud of the fact that I put on sunscreen once a day. And then was told that actually I'm supposed to be doing it every 2 hours, and I was like, oh, never mind. Like, I had practically like bought myself a bottle of champagne, like, yeah, you're a grown up, woo!
Okay, next we are going to add the second layer of foundation, the Infallible Pro Glow. So basically this is just the first layer to kind of just make sure that we have a good base.
I'm also surprised, like I expected this to feel oily or like really overwhelmingly thick, and it doesn't. Yeah. Like, I've avoided a lot of this stuff for years because I assumed it would feel like wearing a layer of, like, clown's paint.
When was your first experience with makeup? Like, did you get it professionally done?
When I was 16 in the mall, I got it done.
For, like, prom or something?
I honestly, I think, if I'm honest, it was my mom realizing I was gay before I did, and thinking makeup, if she got me to wear makeup, then like maybe it would de-gay me. Sorry.
Really?
No, I'm just gay and wear makeup.
Wow.
Yeah. But also, like, I don't know, I think I went to some kind of kiosk and it was fine, but like
a MAC?
No, I don't even remember what it was. It was the 90s, so it was like, I don't think it even exists anymore. But I felt really insecure, so I kind of just stopped because I felt kind of judged by the person who did my makeup.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I was a very awkward and sensitive kid, and so part of it might have just been I was an awkward and sensitive kid and took things to heart that were no big deal. But that kind of took me off of makeup for a lot of years because I assumed there were people who knew what they were doing, and then there was me. And people like yourself have taught me that you can do all kinds of stuff with makeup, and like people are very approachable, and just because you had one bad experience doesn't mean you have to give it all up.
Yeah, and it's very therapeutic. You know, like I know it's the weekend because I'm like I can put some makeup on and listen to the news. And just chill. And then did you try to do any more on your own?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I do some myself, but I don't. I get very anxious and very in my head about it. And so I can do very basic stuff, but I don't think it looks that great. It looks okay. It looks okay. But I've definitely admired really nice makeup on other people, and I'm excited about trying some other things.
Okay, and we're now gonna do, I'm gonna attempt a contour.
I love it.
Let's contour that mug.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go like this? Just so I can see. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's my friend, she's not gonna be upset with me if I do a bad job. But I'm trying my best. Nose contour, my favorite. Did your mom wear a lot of makeup or makeup?
Not really. She wore some.
Okay.
But it also is like, I'm now in my 30s, so I might be remembering it wrong. But I definitely went to a mall kiosk when I was 16. And yeah.
Like your mom comments down below.
Possibly.
Excuse me.
That's not accurate.
You're telling people wrong information.
Yes, it is always possible. But anyways, I'm very glad that I now have had experiences with makeup that are a lot more positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say this video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. I will fully admit, like, I don't understand how contouring is done. I will now, after I've seen this video. But I have watched a lot of videos and stuff where people are doing it, and I think it's so neat.
And we'll give you guys an update too, I guess, of how it worked with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like which products you didn't like.
Exactly. I'm into it.
Because admittedly, I haven't tried all of these products, but I love to watch YouTube. And so I remember like, okay, that's good. This is good. And you can be beautiful on any budget.
Also, for other people, no matter your gender, etc., I highly recommend, if you're uncomfortable with makeup, going with a friend that makes you feel comfortable, because we had so much fun just like looking at makeup, talking about stuff, and it put my anxiety right at ease right away.
So how did you decide to like, oh, I want to get some makeup thing done?
Yeah, well, one, when something scares me, I always find that as a sign that it's something I need to deal with. So that was very exciting. And two, it just seemed like so much fun and something I was denying myself. So enough of that.
Oh, by the way, I used the Wonder Stick contour and highlight. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I got the wrong shade. Maybe I'll need to do a darker one next time. But hey, it's working for now. And I can fix it with a bronzer later. And we actually went to 2 drugstore because some products are not available at Rexall. And some are. So this is the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, which is one of my holy grail, absolute favorite. Look up, please. Concealer of all time. It's so flattering. It barely creases on me. And amazing. I love this shit. This ish. Beep. Close your eyes, please. We're gonna highlight and we're what do you call that? Using the not foundation, the concealer as highlight now. And because we've layered up, there's not a lot of really concealing to do. Look up, please. And this Real Techniques brush is comparable to the Beauty Blender. I was very hesitant to get this because I'm in love with my Beauty Blender. Close your eyes, please. You already look so good.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry guys if you're gonna see my head. This is my first, actually no, wrong. This is my second time filming putting makeup on. The first time was with Jude. I'm not even gonna upload that because we were both sitting on the couch and it was a hot mess. So guys, be patient with me, okay? I'm gonna learn when I watch this video. Trust me, I'm gonna watch it over and over again and criticize myself and be like, hey, I could have done that better. So be patient. Okay, look up please. I want to make sure there's no creasing because we don't want to age ourselves anymore. Okay, and then we're gonna use this Maybelline Fit Me. I heard great things about this powder, so I'm just like, yes. It was available at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I got points today. Okay,
Yay!
got points. So we're just gonna tap that in there. And just to make sure there's no creasing, can you look up please? We're just gonna really make sure. And we're gonna do one eye at a time. Just keep looking up, okay? So. Just to get rid of the creasing. And immediately put that powder. I mean, there will be creasing, guys. Obviously, it's our face. We make facial expression. But we just want to do as little as possible. Okay, like that. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm getting powder on your dress.
I'll survive.
Will you, though?
I hope so. R.I.P. me!
Oh man, this is good.
Yeah, the best thing about having most of your clothes be secondhand is like anything can fall on them. It's like, whatever. I guarantee you these clothes have seen worse.
So how did you, what do you do, Erin?
I am a writer and a storytelling coach.
Okay.
And yeah, I get to, it's pretty amazing. I get to help people bring the story of their life either to stage or to page, and yeah, it's amazing. It's like being a detective but of story.
And how did you get into it?
I was, as we mentioned before, an amateur stand-up, and I was very unhappy doing it. And then basically there was a show that was at the time called Moth Up Toronto that is now Raconteurs. And I realized that you could tell stories about your life and be funny while telling those stories. And then I started a show called Awkward where people told embarrassing stories. And then I started doing other storytelling stuff, and now I've been lucky enough to work with unions. And,
wow.
Yeah, and
Can
help.
you close your eyes,
Of
please?
course.
I just like to, what I like to do is just set everything before moving forward, just to kind of make sure
It's so refreshing
that we have it all locked in. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've worked with unions, I've worked with a bunch of different organizations, National Engineering Month, and helped people kind of put together their story and use it to do lobbying and all kinds of other great stuff. So I did a solo show last summer about my ridiculous life. And yeah, it's kind of, somehow I wandered into the greatest life ever. I work hard, don't get me wrong, I work very hard. But I know the most amazing people, and I get to help people create their story and find something in themselves that they didn't know, which is pretty incredible.
And where can they find you?
You can find me on my website is storystarshow.com, and I also have erinrogers.net. And yep, I have my YouTube channel, Storystar.
And I will link all those down below. You have Instagram, you said, right?
I do. I don't use it very often.
Okay.
That's Medium Night, KNIGHT.
Okay. Don't worry, guys. I will link
Thank you.
everything down below. So why did you decide, what made you unhappy, if you don't mind telling?
Yeah.
Like, what made you unhappy with comedy?
I found a lot of it was the same thing again and again, and there was a lot of like angry white dudes talking about their penises or saying stuff that they thought was edgy that was just offensive and boring.
Mm.
And offensive is awful, of course, but also it was just the same offensive thing again and again. So it wasn't even like new and edgy. And so I would come home after doing stand-up often and just lie down on the floor because I was just like, I just got screamed at, sometimes literally, by man after man on stage, and then came up and like I wanted to talk about my life and cats and dogs. I had a bunch of jokes about dogs.
Yeah.
And then when I discovered storytelling, it was all the things I loved about stand-up, but it didn't have that same feeling. And the community in the city is incredible. Like, we have a lot of wonderful storytellers and a lot of wonderful shows, and it just changed my life.
And who are your favorite?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. Marcia Shandor, who has a show called True Stories Told Live, who also has a YouTube channel that we'll link to, is wonderful. I love Graham Isidore. I love Sage Turtle is a Canadian legend. But also some of my favorites are people that I have met in the different theater scenes, and people that I've honestly met at parties and stuff who tell incredible stories. My friend Chris Dart is one of the best storytellers I've ever heard, and I basically just bothered him for 2 years until he started doing it. My friend Audra Williams is incredible. Natalie Zed is also incredible. All people that I've basically been like, do it, do it, do it, until they did it. And they were amazing. So yeah, honestly, any of you that are out there are probably a storyteller that I love, because I love hearing stories and I love kind of getting to know someone that way. It's really beautiful. And when I finally convince you, you'll be one of my storytellers.
You never know.
Exactly. I'm going to work on you.
So who introduced you to storytelling?
I mostly just kind of wandered into a show. I believe my friend Catherine McCormick, who's also a brilliant storyteller and stand-up, told me about the Moth Up Toronto. And she tells brilliant stories. And I think I discovered it through her. And then, as with a lot of things in my life, I became obsessed with it and just went everywhere I could to find out more.
And you just basically, that's just how you learn.
Exactly. I think, in a way, it's going to be the same way as I'm learning more about makeup, is that I find out something and then I become fascinated and want to find out all the background in it and all the ways it's related to other things, and like all the people. Like, I watched before I got here, I watched some makeup videos, and then suddenly there were all these other people that I was like, oh, I'm like saving all their videos, because I was like, oh, this person seems interesting and this person seems interesting. And one of the things I love about the storytelling scene in Toronto is there's people who tell stories about their lives. There's also a show that's every Friday at Innis College where people tell more like folk tales and stuff. And one of my favorite storytellers and people, in the city is Dan Yashinsky, and he's very much involved with that scene and like has grown and influenced the scene in the city so much, and he's just like a hero of mine. He's so great. Dan Yashinsky.
And I'm gonna ask for everyone's socials.
We'll put that
down
in
below. Ooh, guys, you know what I got for Erin? This one. It's a color corrector. So I'm gonna do that now.
Nice.
Have you done storytelling outside of Toronto?
I have. I had my solo show in Winnipeg last year at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival, and I've done storytelling in, Montreal, Hamilton, a couple of different places, London, Ontario. Yeah, like a bunch of different places. I would love one day to go to the States as well and do some storytelling there, because there's incredible folks there. But yeah, so far it's mostly been in Canada.
Have you tried to connect with someone like outside?
Oh
like...
yeah, I have a blog on my website where I've talked to all kinds of storytellers from all over the world, and it's been amazing. I'm actually working on a project with a guy who's in Australia, and we're working on a storytelling book.
What?
Yeah, it's very exciting. His name is Sam, and he lives in Australia. So it's weird writing a book with someone who is at a very different time zone than you.
So do you guys just FaceTime?
Exactly. Yeah, we do that. We write emails to each other.
Ooh, guys, this bronzer I really like for her skin tone. This one is the Essence Matte.
Ooh.
I hope you like how I did your brows, because I did it how I wish I can do my brows.
I'm excited.
Because actually, guys, it's so easy to get her brows because she has actual brows. I don't. It's like, it takes me eons.
I also had, because I knew this was happening, pluck the heck out of them before I got here because they were like weird, like going all every different direction before I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looked like there was a bush trying to escape from my face. Just like, ah! So you're welcome, world.
Who's your biggest inspiration in the storytelling world? Like, you know, how do you see yourself like 5 years from now?
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people I really like. I love the things that Risk does. I think they do a lot of amazing stories, and I feel like it's a very positive space, and it's like one of my favorite podcasts. I'm also a really big fan of Ear Hustle, and they go into St. Quentin, I believe, and do storytelling work. And it's basically a woman comes in and is partnered with some incarcerated people, and they do it's like the incarcerated people that take the lead, which I love, and it's people telling their real stories. So what I would like is I would love to kind of work with people and help them develop the brilliant stories they already have. So I don't know quite what shape that'll take. I've been really loving working with unions because I'm a really big believer in unions, and my family has done have been part of different unions for years. And it's really made a huge difference in my family's life, so I like to be able to give back in that way. But also, I'd like to be rich and famous. I'm going to be on TV. I don't know. I want to do coaching. I want to write a book, which I'm working on right now. And my favorite thing is when people find stories they didn't know they had, or find details that they didn't know they had. And that's what I want to keep doing, is being able to be there with people when they discover that, and kind of basically they already have everything they need. It's just me handing them a flashlight and a map. So yeah, more of that. More flashlights, more maps.
I think that's a really good idea to be working with prisoners.
Yeah, honestly, it's a beautiful podcast, and it's something I would love to do in the future. It's just a matter of doing it the right way and making sure that it's the people who are incarcerated taking the lead, and like me helping in the way that is the best. I don't want to go in and do it wrong. So yeah, it would be wonderful to be able to do that at some point. Especially because I think hearing actual stories of people who are incarcerated instead of hearing what you hear on the news would be really wonderful, or see in popular culture.
It's a hard life.
For sure. And I know maybe 1% of it. So yeah, I think with all of this stuff, one of the things that I really value in the work that I do is making sure that I come at things with an open mind and an open heart, and I'm not telling people how to do something. I'm just there kind of as basically support while they find their story. So I want to, it takes work, and it takes learning to get there. And so, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly, because honestly, people are being very vulnerable with you when they're sharing their story. So you want to make sure you're doing it the right way.
Do you know this? I saw it on Democracy Now.
Mm-hmm.
This storyteller, I think it's Jubilee,
Mm-hmm.
and they go around the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And they get stories from different people, and their goal is to just get stories from, you know, what we call in society regular folks.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
amazing.
it's so good. I should send you the link.
Oh, please. Yeah. One of the things I love about the work I do is because people, when they hear about it, one, they're always curious, and two, people will tell me details about their life that sometimes they don't tell people, or they'll be like, well, I don't really have a story, and then start telling me an incredible story. And so I get to hear amazing things and kind of see the world from different vantage points all the time, which is amazing, especially as someone who like loves movies and books and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is basically, it's getting in someone's life for a brief amount of time.
Sometimes it makes me cry, like those stories.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, part of the reason I'm very excited about this is because I want to look less like I'm crying. Because that is one of my occupational hazards, is I cry.
So cathartic, though.
Oh, it's great. Listen, for occupational hazards, that's a sweet one, is that like my heart is like warmed or saddened so much that I have an emotional response. But it is definitely... I have, in many a cafe, cried quite intensely.
And they're like, "Who let that girl in?"
Exactly. Yeah, I often meet at the same one, so I can just like go to the barista or whatever and be like, "You remember me? I'm the girl who cries. It's fine."
Okay, what I'm gonna do is... Can you open your eyes? I've just kind of set her base, and I will transfer this file to my laptop because I just don't wanna. I want to make sure everything's
Sounds good.
good and not like stop in the middle.
Awesome. And then I can have some more.
Okay, so we'll see you, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with her eyes. Guys, we're back. We're gonna get her eyes done. Oops, sorry.
No worries.
We're just gonna make sure those oily lids are tamed.
Nice.
So what kind of YouTube videos do you like to watch?
Oh, I like to watch all kinds of stuff. I'm a big, I've been going through a real everything to do with Drag Race Season 10 kick lately, which has been really great. I also, unsurprisingly, really like story times. And yeah, I like, even though I don't understand them, I like the makeup videos. I love watching the transformations. And now that I'm doing this, I'm inspired to do more of it, which is very exciting. But yeah, there's this woman, Mary Chris. I like her quite a bit. That's you. Really? Yes. You're very good. But yeah, there's so much stuff on YouTube. One of my favorite things is just putting in a random word and finding out what happens. And you get the greatest and also the weirdest stuff you've ever seen.
Guys, guess what I found here in Canada? The e.l.f. Matte Matte. And I know this is like highly rated. And I'm like, yes,
Nice.
I'm gonna get that. I've seen that on TV. YouTube TV.
Nice. Yeah, I was telling Mary Chris earlier, I'm so excited to like have glamorous makeup because I feel when I do my own makeup, I always end up looking sort of like the like wacky friend on a sitcom. I'm like,
so we're gonna use this shade. I think that would be either this one or this one for her crease shade.
So I've had my makeup done a couple times, which I always love, but I always have the thing of like, I'm not quite sure what the stance should be. Like, should I seem like casual? Or should my arms be by my sides? Do I like do one of these, just constantly revealing? Like, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna keep switching. I'm gonna have a hand on my hip for now. Maybe the occasional real reveal. There we go. Nope. Hand on the hip.
You have watery eyes or no?
Semi. Sorry, just 1 second. Beer. That's why beer and makeup aren't always a great combo.
It's all about the purple these days, I find. Oopsie. We're gonna use the black just to give her a soft kind of liner look. What is rhyme thing? What's that?
I'm not sure. I feel like it is a Wu-Tang. A Wu-Tang. Song. Sounds like Method Man, maybe.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Oh, that's a great question. I like a lot of different stuff. I tend to like high energy stuff unless I am having a day with all the feelings, and then I'm like, Elliott Smith and crying. Oddly enough, about once a month I get really into Elliott Smith and crying. Strange. Every 28 days or so.
Who's Elliott Smith?
Elliott Smith is like the master of sad songs.
Aww.
Yes. So yeah, I like to get all that out.
Sex? It says there's like this guy Smith, sex.
I have no idea.
Who's really popular in Canada. He wrote some song for.
Oh,
Feist.
Ron Sexsmith?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I keep seeing him on the street.
Really? He's
Yeah,
from Toronto?
he is. He lives on like Queen Street, and he seems like he's a really fun guy. And I keep kind of just sort of seeing him, and I always do that thing. I was gonna say that people do, that I do, where I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, it's Ron Sexsmith, cool! And so I think what I do is this, every time I see him, and he's clearly very good-natured about it. Like, he seems like a lovely man, but I think probably about 10 times I've been like, and then just walked past him. Yeah, I do like a lot of rap and like hip-hop stuff, and I also love a lot of dance music that gets me like going and moving. Because I've been in a big drag race kick lately, I've listened to basically every single that any person who has been on Drag Race has ever done. Bob the Drag Queen has done some amazing music. Monet Exchange has a fantastic track. And I have been listening a lot to Blair St. Clair's album. She is an adorable angel, and I love her. And I really like the album.
Do you like Manila Luzon? I
don't know if I know who that is.
I'm automatically in love with her just because she's Filipino. Hence the name.
No, I'll have to check her out when I get home. Yeah, what I tend to do is like I'll find someone I like and then see all the people that are connected with them, which is one of the things that I love on like Spotify or YouTube or something. So I was listening to a lot of like New York independent stuff, rap for a while, and then I got into a real RuPaul kick. If you ever want to feel really relaxed, I highly recommend a friend doing your makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
not
just like,
standing up.
I mean, fair. That was. Yes, I am a bit of a baby wuss.
No, I'm just saying, I know it's hard. But I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, no, it's like waves on a dock right now. I just feel so. That's what I'm doing with my hands now.
What? I can edit him out.
No fair, but I'm really enjoying Ryan singing Liquid Soda, so it's pretty good.
I can tell he's in a good mood.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic song.
No, I'm just saying. Like, you know, he's a little bit not goofy in a bad way, but like, you know, he's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Which is always
He's
good.
feeling fancy free. Yeah, no, honestly, the other day, I was just feeling so happy. I basically invented a dance to some song on Spotify, which I haven't done since I was about 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That was very exciting. I felt like I was having my summer camp moment.
Mm-hmm.
I am still the same level of dancer I was when I was 12, which is like serpentine and off-putting, like a lot of shoulders. But it was really fun. So what are you doing right now?
I am not happy with the opacity of this Maybelline. Because their master one, the one that I have is really good, but this white one is I'm not really happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to just build it up.
Gotcha.
But it's okay, you have the other one. So, I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, and also, like, the thing is, when you're getting your makeup done by someone who really knows what they're doing, like, I probably won't know the difference. Like, for me, I'm like, look at this. And you'll just be like, oh, this could be better, this could be better. I'm like, no, it's perfect, don't change a thing.
So if you just want like something to be more opaque, just have a little bit of that spray, and it's gonna make whatever you put in it a little bit more intense.
Cool.
Okay, look up please. I'm gonna smoke out your bottom lashes.
Nice. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, she dropped out from the concert.
Yeah.
Which you don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, she just had a baby. Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people are like, yeah, we told you so. You should have not have a baby.
Yeah, I think she probably just needs some time to, like, I don't know if anybody really knows. Like, I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a baby. I think you don't know what it's going to be like until you do.
Yeah.
And then she'll figure it out. I have full faith. Cardi B, if you're listening, I have full faith in you.
Oh, she watches, like,
Obviously.
on the daily.
Yeah, obviously.
She checks.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Exactly. Get it together. She has, that's her whole next album. Yeah. It's like a concept album. It's amazing.
She's like, watch Mary Chris. She's so awesome.
I'm so excited about what you're gonna write with awesome. I also like that the show of Nigella Lawson.
She really
I am very good
tried
at
to
it.
make me get her a possum.
When is your album dropping?
Gonna keep the kids waiting, you know. Keep the excitement.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to curl your lashes up to Jesus.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. No, because we talked about it. It's like, yeah, Erin, you should curl your lashes.
Here.
I'm like, I can't. Without
Look
mirror.
at me. I should probably Google how to curl. Am I hurting you?
No, we're good.
I'm gonna be. Thank you, baby. I'm gonna be gentle.
Yeah, everything's good.
I love how long your lashes are, man.
Nice.
Alright, let's do more.
Oh my gosh, I can kind of see my makeup in the reflection of your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm cheating. That looks good.
I think so. I fixed it.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna do you can curl your lashes more when on your own. I just don't want to hurt you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
I actually like the wand of this. Guys, we're using the infamous. Actually, it's very popular. Infamous is a bad thing. Voluminous hair. Look up. Actually, look. Yeah, halfway is the best. Something about mascara that just pulls everything together.
Do you ever watch a movie and there's bad background performers and they're just kind of staring straight forward?
Can you look that way? Yeah.
Like, yeah, if this was a movie, there'd be like main action going on right here, and then it'd be me holding a menu like this.
What's your favorite movie?
I honestly, my favorite movie of all time is probably It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Such a good movie. Also, can I introduce you to my favorite game with watching movies?
What?
Called Spot the Ambitious Background Performer. It's so good. It's so good. I'll let you do this first.
I know, I was gonna say. Am I hurting you?
Nope.
I was gonna say, don't make me laugh. Or sneeze.
Ditto.
Okay.
Because you made me laugh a little bit, and then I was like, yeah. Yes, so Spot the Ambitious Background Performer is amazing because there'll be someone they're fixing their hat or something. And it's often in terrible movies, so it's like a welcome distraction. And yeah, it's like someone playing, I don't know, like crossword businessman, really giving him a rich and storied background that is incredibly distracting. And one of my dreams is one day someone who played like crossword businessman in a movie will get their own movie where crossword businessman has a love story, and it will be the greatest.
And it stole the protagonist's love interest.
Exactly. Or it'll be like crossword businessman like falls in love with lady who keeps adjusting her hat. Like it'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. It'll be an Academy Award winner. Like take that Shape of Water. I guess it won't be Take That Shape of Water because Shape of Water won this year. But the point is, it still stands. It'll be great.
Did a movie named Shape of Water won?
I think so. Honestly, at that point, I had, like, the Oscars is so long, I kind of don't remember. Like, I remember the beginning of the Oscars, I remember the medium, and then suddenly it was over. But I think Shape of Water won.
Who's in it again? Okay, don't talk.
No,
like, yeah. Let me see. Looks good. Like this. I think we're done.
Nice. How's that? Do I do this?
No. Okay, we're done.
Oh.
We are done. Thank God, Jesus. That was
amazing.
fun. Okay. Close your eyes again. Last one. Okay. Now look in the mirror. I'm gonna get the mirror.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's see. Oh wow!
No, do another reaction.
Okay.
I don't like the.
Okay, wait a second. Let's do this again.
Okay.
Oh dear. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You like
Look
it?
at this. Yes. Like right now is where I want you to I'm gonna go like this, and then I want you to like put what I used to look like.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh. Do you like it?
I love it. I love it. I look amazing.
Yay!
I look amazing.
I effed up the under eye, but I think I fixed it.
I could not tell. If you had not said, you should have just not said anything. I would never have known.
You like it?
I love it.
Okay, guys, what do you think?
I love it.
Yay!
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. Like, I genuinely love how this looks.
Okay, guys.
I'm just really not comfortable with my emotions.
If you like this kind of video, if you want me to do a makeover again with my friend, let me know. Comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload next. And share.
Yay!
And we'll see you in my next video.
Yay!
Bye!